Center, we have our Mahila Congress President, Mrs. Bina Naik, and our Vice President, Mrs. Roshan Desai, and we also have a Block President from Bhushan, Jennifer Fernandez, and myself, Karmalinda Vaz, South District President. Dear friends, we have invited you to discuss a serious issue regarding women wrestlers. Our madam will throw light on the issue of these wrestlers who brought honor to our nation.
Very good evening to all of you. Thanks Carmelina for introducing everyone. I'll not introduce. Thank you very much. To begin with, as she has already said, Carmelina said, we have come to discuss a very serious issues regarding the women wrestlers of this country. Everyone, this issue is a very serious issue which is affecting everyone in this country, particularly women. The courageous daughters of this nation who brought laurels, honor to our nation at Olympics. Now these wrestlers who work tirelessly to bring honor, along with their trainers, along with their parents, now demand justice from the BJP government. As you all know, it is, I don't know whether it is being carried by Godi media, but yes, on YouTube you must have seen that these ladies, these wrestlers who brought laurels, they had come in the month of January to New Delhi regarding the issue of sexually harassing the women wrestlers. There are 7 of them, out of which 1 is a minor. Now the thing is that in the month of January they met all the concerned dignitaries, presented the memorandum, informed them what is happening in the Wrestling Federation, but as usual, nothing happened. They just promised, hollow promised. It's just a hollow promises which BJP government has been giving from time to time. And they just said that we will have a committee. We'll appoint a committee. But go to say, there was no committee formed from January till April. So in the month of April, they came to Jantar Mantar, sat on a peaceful dharna, or protest. For 35 days, these daughters sat at Jantar Mantar in Delhi, hoping that PM Modi ji and his ministers would hear their voices, their grievances, would give, but everything went on deaf ear. They never went, but none of the ministers, none of the officers, none of them went and met these ladies, except the leaders from the other side, from Congress, and the leaders from opposition parties. On May 20th, the Delhi police dragged these peaceful protesters. On the same day when the new parliament was inaugurated by Modi ji. Now, they want, the demand of these protesters is justice should be done, given to these ladies wrestlers, because the main culprit, that is BJP MP and wrestling, and the president of Wrestling Federation, Chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, he is being accused of sexually harassing the women wrestlers. Not 1, 2, but there are many. And 7 of them have come forward and went ahead to speak about these people. Was present but that same day on 20th May, when the new House of Democracy, that is the Parliament, in that house, this man who has been sexually harassing the women wrestlers. He was sitting there as a VIP, being an MP. How contradictory it is. The person who brought laurels, the ladies who brought laurels to our nation, they were dragged on the streets by the police and the police is under the Home Ministry, that is Mr. Amit Shah. And the instructions were given on the same day to drag these people into, they were dragged, they were beaten, they were even that particular chest where they put their medals of honor which they brought to our country, the same chest was being, on which the legs of this policeman were seen in the videos. So how contradictory it is. The culprit is getting a VIP treatment by BJP government, and those who brought laurels to our nation, they are being dragged into the police van by the police. So who should be blamed for it? The deaf ear that has been shown, or the people who cannot hear the grievances, the sufferings of the wrestlers who brought honors? Who should be that is the BJP government? While these daughters were mistreated on streets, social media, social media, teams spread false photographs to defend the protesting wrestlers. It's a height. When these were being dragged into the police van, false photographs of these as if they are smiling, I have seen it. They have an app, and on that app they just change the faces of the ladies and show as if they are smiling. So false photographs to defend the protesting wrestlers were put up by the social Godi media. On the one hand, PM Modi ji was giving speeches about democracy and the dignity of women in the new parliament building. Just try to understand. On one hand, PM Modi is giving a speech talking, tom-tomming about how the dignity of the women should be kept and all those things, and about democracy. Where is the democracy? Those who bring laurels, you chase them, you put them into the custody, you take them into custody, and those who are culprits, those who has many cases against him, including of murder, he is being given a VIP treatment in the new parliament. So few weeks, that is what, that Amit Shah, and this was done by the police, Delhi police, who come directly under Amit Shah's leadership. And now, let's think about it. Brij Bhushan was supposed to go to jail. But instead, the daughters of a nation were sent to jail. So, it's a very sad thing. Modi and his ministers often talk about women's issues. Padhao, beti padhao, beti padhao, beti rakshan karo, or beti ko hamare sambalne chahiye. All this type of talks he keeps on giving in each and every speech of his. Modi and his ministers often talk about women's issues, but the truth is that the ministers, lady ministers, there are two lady ministers who always kept on raising their voice when Congress government was there. That is Smriti Irani, who is Minister of Women and Child Development in Modi's cabinet, has remained silent. Isn't this issue come under her ministry? This issue comes under her ministry. If not, she being a woman, she should have the concern for these lady wrestlers who brought honor to our nation. Smriti Irani always used to speak about issues such as inflation, women's safety, and unemployment before becoming a minister. But after she became a minister, her mouth is shut. She is not raising a single issue of women, and the lot of the injustice that is being seen everywhere throughout India, she is just keeping mum. Second minister, female minister, who happens to be the Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, and that is Meenakshi Lekhi. You must have seen her earlier, how the way she used to shout on the media. Now, when she was confronted by journalists, the way she tried to avoid that literally she ran away as if she was participating in a running race. So that's a sad thing. Even though she is a woman, if she cannot stand up for the daughters of this country, then what is the point of being a minister? You are a minister, a women minister. You are supposed to, we look towards you, we look up to you, thinking that she is a women minister and she'll take care of us. These people are trying to avoid, run away. Of whom are they afraid of? Why they are not taking up this issue with the Prime Minister? If the Prime Minister cannot hear the grievances, the cries of these young wrestlers, then why these ministers, what these ministers are doing at the center? Why they cannot take up the issue? Modi ji, who claims to be a global leader, has also tarnished India's reputation on the international stage. I'm repeating it again. Modi ji, who claims and keeps on telling, on saying and posing that he is a global leader, has also tarnished India's name, reputation on the international stage. The World's Wrestling Federation of 176 countries has warned India of a ban. Is it not an insult for us? Has warned India of a ban. Insult of women wrestlers by the Modi government is costing us hugely. Asian Championship has already been moved. It's a very sad thing. It's very dangerous. What is going to be the future of our wrestlers? What is going to be the future of our players? We have been defamed internationally just because this BJP government, which is deaf and dumb, cannot see the woes of the people, of the common people. If they cannot hear and see the woes of the common people, what they will do about the other people? When the brave daughters of our country are pushed to the point of throwing their hard-earned medals, it's a very, very sad thing. While I was watching the news, I saw Sakshi Malik collecting all her medals from the cupboard, putting in a bag. And now, because their voice is not being heard, they are trying to throw all these medals into the river Ganga. How sad. Right from childhood, tirelessly all these wrestlers were working hard along with their parents and along with their trainers for so many years, only to cherish their one dream, and that dream was to get an Olympic medal. And when they got an Olympic medal, when they came to India, because they gave, I saw that picture, you must have also seen that picture. She wore that flag behind her back, Indian flag behind her back, and feeling very proud. At that moment, each and every Indian felt very proud because she was the first women wrestler who brought a medal, Olympic medal, to our country. But the other day on 20th May, what we saw? These people, these ladies who were holding the flag very high, they were dragged, and literally to such an extent, the flag fell down. Is it not an insult, not only to the ladies, but also to our flag? They cannot keep the flag steady. The ladies, they were holding the flag steadily, but they just tried to beat them and just push them. So the flag was all, they have shown disrespect towards the flag, that is our Tiranga. Now, if you don't deliver in such a situation, who will listen to our country's ordinary sisters and daughters? Modi Sahab, there is a limit to how much one can abuse power to citizens of this country who are tired and troubled. The entire nation, including the Congress party, wants to ask Modi ji and his ministers some questions. Very pertinent questions. Is our government and our Prime Minister so weak that they go down in front of a member of parliament? Why are they so scared of? Why they are so scared of this Brij Mohan? Why are they so scared of? Who is he? He's just a member of parliament. Why is it that they did not take any cognizance and they did not put any FIR against him unless and until the apex court has taken has paid attention to it? Why our daughters who have brought glory to our country worldwide by winning medals are being treated like criminals today? Why hasn't Bhushan Singh been asked to resign as yet? Why he has not resigned? There are so many cases against him. Recently, there are 2 cases against FIRs are being registered against him. One is under POXO and the other one is by these women wrestlers. So 2 FIRs are being registered against him and still he is not being arrested. On top of that, they are making him sit in the Parliament House, new Parliament House. What is going to be the future of India? If the criminals like him, who has many cases against him, including that of a murder, sitting in the House of Parliament, on one side, they are getting all the pujaris and priests, to make the place holier, and on the other side, they are making this criminal sit in the House. What is going to be the future? I should not speak, I will not speculate, but I can see that in future, we are going, what type of house, what type of member of parliament are going to be sitting in the House. So Congress party strongly condemned, Mahila Congress strongly condemned the behavior and the act of BJP. Is standing up for the truth a crime in New India? We all stood with the daughters of our country in the past. We stand with them now and also will continue to stand with them in future. We have 2 important demands. Brij Bhushan Singh must resign. PM Modi ji and Home Minister Amit Shah should not protect Brij Bhushan Singh. If they protect him, dal mein kuch kala hai, because he comes from UP and Prime Minister also got elected from UP. So now they have to prove who is powerful. Because when they cannot touch Brij Bhushan Singh, it means that he is powerful. So they must show now, they must immediately arrest him, put him behind the bars. That's the demand from Pradesh Mahila Congress. Secondly, Brij Bhushan Singh must be arrested and face strict legal action. It's high time Modi ji should act, and nation is watching and waiting for justice. Thank you.
Are our daughters and small kids are not in safe hand? Do you want to say that?
Yes, of course. And these wrestlers, young girl of 12 years old, she is also being sexually harassed. So how the daughters can be safe in safe hands during the tenure of BJP? And when they are not acting on it. See, he's a BJP member of parliament. Brij Bhushan Singh, Sharan Singh is a BJP member of parliament.
In the same case, another swimming pool coach, Mahila case molestation.
That is the fear that has been created by this BJP government. Now people will start thinking whether they should send their daughters to play for wrestling or for any other games. And each and every parent, you must be knowing, most of you must be the parents, you must be knowing that when your child goes into the school, parents keep an eye on each and everything. They work, they leave everything and they go along with the children everywhere to train them in a proper way. And if this is an outcome, it's really, I don't know, the future is very bleak if people still elect BJP government. Because they are not taking any action against their people who are molesting, who are sexually harassing the women. आता इलेक्शन आयले आता कित्या खातीर जाता हे सांगू शकना हांव पण आता हे जे जाले पळय आसा हे जे तांकां जे सेक्शुअली हॅरेसमेंट केलेले आसा ह्याका कारण आता तांकांच विचारपाक जाय कित्याक तुमी अशें करता पण ताका
सगळ्यातूच अश्यो गोष्टी म्हणजे तांचे जे मिनिस्टर्स आनी एमपी जे आसा ते मॅक्झिमम आसा ते हे आसा
तांकां तिकीट कोणच्या आदारार दिले त्यांनी जे पळय तिकीट दिलेले आसतले आय डोंट नो बट आय एम सेइंग I'm just saying, so I don't want to speculate also on that, but म्हाका दिसता की त्यांनी अशा लोकांक ज्यांचे क्रिमिनल रेकॉर्ड आसा तांकां तिकीट दिवपाक जाय ना जर तुम्ही क्रिमिनल लोकांक घेऊन तुम्ही तांकांच भरती करतले फक्त तांचा एकच उद्देश आसा की बाय हुक or by crook we should come into power. That's the only reason.
How you react to Beti Padhao and Beti Bachao, what their slogan is?
बेटी पढाव ठीक असा बेटी बचाव जर तुम्ही असले लोक जर तुम्ही निवडून हाडतले लोकांक सांगपाक जाय बीजेपी गव्हर्नमेंटाक सांगपाक जाय असल्या लोकांक आणि कोणत्याही गव्हर्नमेंटाक असल्या लोकांक तिकीट दिवन तुम्ही कितें कशें हे करतले बीजेपी गव्हर्नमेंटाचो स्लोगन आसा बेटी पढाव आणि बेटी बचाव जर ह्या बेटी आमचे ज्यांनी लॉरन्स हाडले तांकांच जर ते वाचूंक शकना तर त्यांचो तो स्लोगन फॉलो जालो इट्स जस्ट फॉलो
गोवा बीजेपी महिला वय कित्याक आहा गोवा बीजेपी महिला आतांचेर उलयना
बीजेपी तांकां विचार कित्याक उलयना त्यांचे एमपी उलयना त्यांचे मिनिस्टर उलयना सेंट्रल मिनिस्टर उलयना कोणच उलयना भिवन आसा सगळे मोदी आनी कोणाक ना
सगळे मोदी भिवन आसा पूण मोदी ब्रिज भूषणाक भिवन आसा अशें दिसता
आता अशेंच दिसता न्ही ताका अरेस्ट केले ना हांवें तर म्हटलें न्ही आतां अशें दिसता तो बी यूपीचो एमपी आसा आनी मोदी आमचे मोदी साहेब बी आमचे यूपीचो निवडून आयले आसा हांव ना कळो तांचे कितें साठे गाठे आसा म्हणून आमी हांगा गोंयांत बसून तर्क लावूंक शकना this is what we suspect. This is what we suspect. What is why is it that taking so much time? अरे पहिले ते 1 जानेवारीच्यान ते हांगा आयिल्ले तुमकां सांगता जेन्ना ताका 28 मेक अरेस्ट केले within 7 hours FIR against the wrestlers were registered and under 147 rioting, 149 unlawful assembly, 186 332 whereas Brij Bhushan who was त्याच्यावर काहीच करू नशिल्ले त्यांना त्याच्या पहिले जेन्ना अपेक्स कोर्टात यांनी आपली फरियाद नोंदवली अपेक्स कोर्टात सुप्रीम कोर्टात त्यांनी लक्ष घातले आणि अपेक्स कोर्ट itself said that FIR should be filed immediately. Two FIR should be filed. One is POCSO because there was a minor girl, and the second one is by this wrestlers.
सुप्रीम कोर्टान म्हणजे अजून कोर्ट न्याय ज्युडिशियरी जी आसा त्यांच्यानी अजून हाजेर कसली सेक्शन
ज्युडिशियरीनेच सांगितले FIR घाला त्याच्यात त्यांनाच ज्युडिशियरी बिकॉज ज्युडिशियरी कंपेल्ड द गव्हर्नमेंट बीजेपी गव्हर्नमेंट टू रजिस्टर FIRs against this Brij Bhushan and his secretary Federation Secretary Vinod Tomar is also named in the FIR.
अजून त्याच्यात कित्याक एक्शन जाता
तेच आमचो प्रश्न आसा अजून त्याच्यावर कित्याक एक्शन जायना अजून ताका कित्याक अरेस्ट केले ना आणि त्याच्यावर खूप तुम्ही पळयत if you just read his biography because he's an MP biography is easily available if you read his biography you will come to know how many cases are registered against him including a murder case आणि त्याने आपल्याच एका मंत्र्याक मारलेले आणि तो कबूल करता जाहीरपणे आणि त्याचे नाव आसा let's not speak about that. I just stick to this particular thing that justice should be given to a women wrestlers who brought laurels to our nation. Otherwise, the future is very bleak for the players, for the women in this country. And that's why, in order to protect the women of this country, Goa Pradesh Mahila Congress demands that this man, Brij Bhushan, and his team, whosoever is involved, should be immediately arrested and action should be taken. Thank you.